Welcome to Odd Musings with, what's the name?
Scott and Brett.
You heard him.
All right.
I'm
Thanks,
D.
Steve.
Snyder.
Welcome to Odd Musings, episode
Welcome.
1-3. How you doing, Scott?
I am well. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. It's been
Sweet.
a nice week of hot to cold weather here in Michigan. So it's just
Yeah, we're getting all this morning. I woke up, I'm getting old. So I've been griping in the office today. Yeah, you start getting old when you wake up in the morning and your whole body aches and you're like, oh, I think it's raining. And then you look and it is. And it's like,
Yeah.
Come on, man. What? Everything hurts. My back hurts. My elbows hurt. My knees hurt.
I know.
I'm just becoming a grumpy old man, I guess.
Yeah, you wake up in the morning and immediately yell, "Get off my lawn!"
Right?
Oh God, that hurt.
Even when no one's on the lawn, I'm just doing it for practice, just yelling it out. Get off my lawn.
Get out here.
So that was the start of my day. It was like, oh, why am I so? I'm tired. I'm achy.
Welcome to my world, man. You know?
Yeah,
I've been achy for 14 years almost. So
yep. You're like half Terminator though.
yeah, I am.
You're-
I got enough hardware in me to build an erector set.
Exactly. For you, it's
So-
in your hip, right? Hip and leg. Is it?
Yeah, my right hip through my knee. I got some screws and a bar and fun stuff like that. And it's definitely everything's been thrown off. I've as I'll talk about with our sponsor, Laura. I was there yesterday again with my foot still been bothering. It's still a little bit better today, but it does for a couple days after adjustment, then throws off. So this weather's throwing it off. I think some other issues are throwing it off, and it's just all a matter of trying to fix what's wrong to stay as healthy as I can so I can keep moving.
And that's it. And I think also you're very active. You're constantly moving. Especially your job. You're on your feet a lot, which takes its toll. But at the same time, it keeps you moving. And it's our bodies are made to move. You sit around and you'll start atrophying.
I try to move as much as I can, and definitely I put a lot of that in over the weekend. But hey, let's get some business out of the way first, and then we can start talking about everything. So I'm going to start us off with Loringer Family Chiropractic, since I already mentioned them once there. And you can see nice Belleville Lake there, and during better times when it wasn't turning to fall and winter. That was some nice warm summer there. And it's actually fall's not bad. We're getting some nice color this year. But at Loringer Family Chiropractic Center, they take great pride in providing the finest chiropractic care to each and every patient, offering on-site digital x-rays, massage therapy, orthotics by foot levelers, young living essential oils, aromatherapy, full line of vitamins, all in a family-oriented environment. You can visit them online at loringerfamily.chiropractic.com. That's the website you're seeing there, shared in the window if you're watching the video stream. Or you can give them a call, 734-697-4244. And when you're there, you can also get some great products like the Stone Creek Hemp. Ooh, I use this every day. This definitely helps out. And so that's the topical right there. Helps out with some of the pains and aches on my feet and my back, everything else. I use that quite a bit. And then also, this is another product here, and I've been really promoting this a lot. I don't use this as much as I used to. When I started off using that for helping with migraines, I did an everyday regimen for quite a few months, and now I just use it sparingly. But I was telling some friends last week, I said, you really should think about it because she's having migraines. I said, you know what? I just did it morning and night, whether I was having a migraine or not. And when I had it, I used it then too. I said, but it really helped whatever my body needed to kind of curb getting those migraines.
Right.
So I definitely recommend that. And that's something you can get at Loringer Family Chiropractic. They do sell those products there, along with some great Young Living essential oils, which I use those too, and actually do sell that too. So there's a whole mix of stuff that you're able there, or you can contact us through Musings and we can get a hold of this. Some of those products.
Are you formally selling it officially?
I am. I do have. I signed up as a distributor just because I used enough of it that I like to order it up and have. So like I place an order monthly for the stuff I like to keep on hand, which includes like the thieves oil there and whatever else I need there. So
yeah. Well, I gotta get Jill to hook up with you then, so she can talk to you about that, because she has some of those diffusers or whatever they are. to
Yep.
push it into the air. So
Yeah.
So there's definitely some I know she's going to want to get. So
well, her and I will definitely have to chat a little bit about
that's
that.
right.
So.
And actually, you'll be out here this weekend. So
yeah, we're coming out for Ashley's baby shower. Real excited to see everybody.
Yep, we're excited.
I saw you about a month ago almost.
I know.
And then we get to see Ashley in her blooming glory. I see pictures.
She's 2 months away, but she's getting big.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to meeting Tyler. Tyler, right?
Taylor.
Close
enough.
Okay. The dude.
But you actually won't meet him. No! Unfortunately, he has to be at work. Oh. So he works for Comcast, and he'll be busy making sure we all have streaming services.
All right. Well, hopefully I'll get to see Jill too if she's coming out. So that'd be great. So
yeah.
And then of course I get to see you and your mom and whoever else shows.
Okay, I don't know if my end or your end is froze up. Suddenly things went dead. Let's see here. Not sure what's going on here. Let's look online to see whose end is not working. Hello?
All right, we're back.
Oh, hey, we did it.
Yeah, my internet kicked out for some reason.
Yeah,
not sure what happened on my end, but
Comcast, the importance of keeping this stream going.
Yep. So,
and you did a nice live demonstration of that.
Yep. So I got it back up in that. So
that's okay.
And Kevin did it in broken caps and lowercase that I was frozen. Yes, I was.
Yeah.
And I was obviously was spinning stuff. So okay, so if you want to share your screen again, we could talk about our other great sponsor. Unless did you do it already or no?
No, I didn't. I couldn't tell if you were frozen or if I was frozen. Yeah. There we go. Here we go.
All right, here we go.
We are here. All right, Team Titans Real Estate. Why? Because you matter. Jill and I, we're doing our real estate stuff. It's that time of year. It's fall. Things are changing. People tend to stop for thinking about real estate this time of year, but it's still a huge time of year. We have a lot of transactions that happen all throughout the year. And, people have changing life circumstances that cause you to need to buy or sell a home, having babies, getting divorced, getting married, upsizing, downsizing, lateral sizing, whatever sizing. We got your needs. Or if you're an art collector, Brett and I always hear from all of you art collectors how, I'd buy this, but I'm out of wall space. I can help you buy a house with more walls. So give us a call, 586-549-6096. And if you yourself are not thinking about making a move, just take a moment, pause, and just think about the people in your life. Who is going through those changes that may need a change in a house? So, we love referrals. We that's the majority of our business is referrals through past clients and friends and family. So if you think of anyone, give them our contact info. TeamTitansofRealEstate.com is the website you see here. All our contact info is there. So that's easy to remember, teamtitansrealestate.com. In our contact info is there. We've got cool apps in here that you can search the MLS with. So give us a call, 586-549-6096.
Excellent. Hey, what's really cool about the StreamYard we're using for the podcast is that it kept going even though I lost my connection, which is great. So it just really didn't interrupt much. It's just people see not much of anything for a little bit. So
yeah, they just had a little bathroom break there,
yeah.
So they could go off. And so
yeah,
but so a lot's been going on this week. We've both been crazy busy, but there's a lot of stuff coming out. We've got October coming up here. We've got some great series popping up this month. So I thought we could maybe talk a little bit about that with people.
Yeah, but I got some news first.
Oh, news. I like news.
Yeah. As y'all know, I've been a ship shopper for 2.5 years.
Yes.
I hit 5,000 shops this week.
What?
Yeah.
That's a lot of shopping.
That's a major milestone within Shipped. They send you a nice gift card. They're gonna send me a new T-shirt, and they send some other little stuff too. But it was, I knew I was getting close. And the funny thing is this is my original Shipped charge card. I'm covering up the number though; nobody can ever use it, but just to play it safe.
Right.
It actually expires today. And it's the only card I've ever used shopping. So starting when I back up this week, I'll have a different card I use. In fact, I switched over to the debit card that actually has my name on it. So because they send you one after 500 shops.
Oh, you get your name on it after 500?
Yeah, they send you one with your name on it, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
So, and then I ordered up a couple new cards because the one I have will expire next May. I want to make sure I have extra cards on hand. So
like business cards?
No. The debit cards. You can have extra ones. Just they're not active until you put them in the system. Into your Shipped app.
I still got mine.
Yeah.
I haven't used it in a year.
Yeah, but it's so I hit that. It was pretty cool. It was hit it on Sunday, and I knew I'd hit it this week because I of course watch my numbers in that. So
did you try to time your 5,000 shop to be a specific customer or anything like that? So
I had thought about that, and then they offered a bonus on Sunday for if you do 10 shops. So I was like, well, that's not going to work because the one person I would have done it would have been at 1:00. And by that point, I knew I could get 5 or 6 shops in ahead of time, which I did.
Okay.
So it was nobody that I delivered to regular, didn't even mention it to them. But if it had been, it would have been this young lady Bethany I delivered to every Sunday at 1, who's really nice. And if I had been her, I might have said, here's something special for you just to celebrate me getting 5,000 shops. But that's okay.
Here's a reminder of how great I am.
Yeah. So, but it was nice to hit that 5,000 mark. It was a big deal. I remember first time when I hit 500, I thought that was a big deal, and then 1,500. And it doesn't feel that long ago. I hit 2,500, but it's been a while. So.
I'll tell you, you've done amazing with Shipped. It's been a great service, and during this COVID, it's been an essential function, even. But it really was. So that's really cool. That and
a lot of people are still concerned until after hopefully a vaccine or something comes out. But we're still getting a lot of people signing up using it. A lot of people have continued on that just started during COVID that found that they really liked having the option of not going to the grocery store.
Right.
And I got somebody delivered to that. I still go to the grocery store, but they just do it for, I need some quick stuff here and there. Don't need it right away, but I'll just order it through Shipped and have it delivered. So
I want to ask you, since you're the Meijer expert.
Yeah.
I noticed last night the X's were off the floor.
Yes. I know the stores I shop at, they took them up a few weeks ago, which is good because nobody's
for the checkout lines.
Well, no, actually, you know what?
I'm talking about the checkout lines.
Oh, okay. No, we still have some of those in the stores I've been in.
Last night was the first time I noticed it, and
I think a lot. They're starting to take a lot of that stuff away. People are still social distancing. They're still encouraging it.
The arrows are gone.
Yeah, the arrows down the aisles are gone.
What's funny about the arrows, I don't know if this happened at your Meijers, but for us, they had arrows, and that lasted about 5 days. Then the arrows disappeared. Then about 2 weeks later, the arrows were back. Then they were gone. Then they were back. Then they were gone. Now they're gone. So
well, what was going on was I saw this at our store that we mainly had them for a lot longer than that. We didn't have it go back and forth, but a lot of the stores put them down. Well, then they had scheduled cleaning done. So to clean, they had to take the arrows up to actually get a good deep clean in.
Okay.
And then some put them down. And then as they started doing the stores I deal with, they just started pulling them up. And finally, they just pulled them up completely.
Nobody was watching them.
Well, the problem with the arrows, and this is what I ran into, is I tried to follow them.
Yep.
Other ship shoppers did not. Other customers did not. I felt, I never said a word to nobody. Although if someone came the wrong way and they looked at me, I'd say something like, well, you do realize there's an arrow there showing the way you're supposed to go.
Right.
When they're giving me a dirty look like I'm in their way.
Right.
And then I say like, oh, sorry. And then you had the jerk off customers that walk around the store. I'm going to say like it's bitching at everybody saying, like, oh, you're going the wrong way. And it's the right thing to do to go the right way because we don't want to spread COVID and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like going, you know what? Just walk past people. Shut up. I'm tired of hearing everybody complain about, all these little things. If you're that scared, stay home.
Stay home. Yeah.
That's why we have Shipt. There's Instacart. You can do store pickup. You don't even have to come into the store.
Here's my issue with the COVID shopping is, first of all, with the arrows, I would usually try to follow them. If the lane was empty, I wouldn't care. But if there were people, I would try to follow them. But if there was something where it's like, I need that one item, I'm not going to go walk all the way there. So I'd quickly.
No, I did the same thing. I would park my cart out in the main aisle.
Right.
And then dart in real quick, grab it, and come right back out.
Yeah.
Sometimes
surgical strike.
A couple times people said something to me, but I got a Ship shirt on, so they know what I'm doing.
But what gets me are the people who you're trying to observe social distance, right? You don't want to get too close to the people. They put their cart like in the middle over here, stand over here. Then they take 10 minutes deciding what they want. And you're like, really? You're blocking the entire aisle. I just need to get past you. And I'm trying to be polite. I'm trying not to invade your space. Make a choice.
I give them a moment, then I say, excuse me,
and
I
move
need to
your
get
cart.
by.
Put
and
your
then
cart with you.
Yeah,
Why do you put your cart over there?
That irritates me even outside of COVID. People would park their car. It's like Comic Cons. They're in front of your table looking across the aisle. It's like, no, don't stand in front of me looking at that.
Right.
Same thing. Don't stand in front of the tomatoes and you're looking at the beans and you want beans in that when I'm trying to get to the tomatoes.
Right.
I try to keep my cart next to me when I'm shopping there and keep it out of the way so people can get by because it's never wide enough aisles for anybody anyways.
And what I don't understand is why the things people get hung up on in their decision-making process. And we've got Lisa here from T-24, who's a great friend of ours. Yep. And we've seen this at their table. So they have these beautiful t-shirts and things, and people will pick what they want. But then they have these little $1 stickers, and people will agonize for 30 minutes over, do I get this one or this one? They're $1. Buy them both.
Yeah. Well, that's her mom who says hi when she's helped out at their table. She's like, well, why don't you get, she throws the deal at him like she's giving him a deal, but it's clearly written right there.
Right. And
be like, oh, okay, I'll just get all 5 of them then. Okay.
Yeah. So at Meijer, it's like people will be buying all this stuff, but then they get to like the mushroom aisle and there's like these 2 cans and they're like agonizing over it's like, why are you agonizing? It's mushrooms. Get one. Go.
I know. It should be easy. It isn't like going to the movies and this isn't the goobers raisinette debate. What do I get? Goobers or raisinettes?
I have the solution.
Yeah, neither.
No, both. Oh, no, you
I don't like either
2
one.
Goobers and 1 raisinette and mix them. It's a 2-to-1 ratio. I'm telling you.
You can do that in a week from Friday when you go to the movies.
You don't like raisins, right?
No, God, no.
Yeah.
Raisins and tomatoes, they kind of go hand in hand on that.
How are we friends?
I like grapes.
You do like grapes.
Well, it's because I'm friggin' awesome, man.
You are awesome. It's just I don't know how you tolerate me.
I have the patience of Job.
You do. And the agony of Job, right?
Yeah. Yes. Anymore, I just keep you around because I like Jill.
Everyone likes Jill.
Jill's my buddy.
That's right.
So let's get into some other stuff here. That was kind of we talked about some grocery stuff there, but that was kind of my big thing was hitting that milestone. I was real excited about that.
Yeah, very good. Well, congratulations on that. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming out this month. One of those things I wanted to reveal here. I mean, it may be a spoiler depending how people define spoilers. If I can find, I got 2 StreamYards open. One's probably from the other one. I don't want to accidentally shut off the wrong one, so I'll just leave that up. But anyways, what I wanted to show is we got The Mandalorian coming out later this month, and Hasbro, as is the case with so many things, the toys a lot of times reveal things prior to the actual release. So I thought I'd show this off. It's officially out there, so I don't think this qualifies as a spoiler anymore when marketing gets it out there. But we have the Ahsoka Tano lightsabers coming out for the Black Series, and the packaging, I'm going to leave it small here. So if you don't want to see it full size, you won't. But the packaging art reveals what Rosario Dawson is going to look like as Ahsoka. And I got to say, I'm liking it. It's looking better than I was thinking.
It's an artist rendition, but it's definitely her. I saw that around the time you posted about it. So
right, and the artist who does this artwork for the Black Series is very true to the look of the characters. So of the actual actors. So they do a great job of capturing the look. So I have a feeling this is a very accurate depiction of how she's going to look in The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
So this is making me more excited for The Mandalorian.
Yeah, I'm real excited for that. The other thing is
this is also, just to give a little plug here, this is on GameStop.com. It's for sale now, or for pre-order, I should say. The release date is April 1st, 2021. So if you did want to grab this for pre-order, GameStop.com, $225 for the Force Effects Elite. So
yes, and those are nice lightsabers. I personally like the Master Effects before Hasbro took them over.
I agree. And
that,
Master Effects is really good.
I wanted to share something else that's going on. You're familiar with HasLabs, and
that's where is that where they do like the Hasbro Pulse releases or whatever it's called?
And I'm going to share one here with you right now. And there it is. They are doing and that's just a mock-up right now, but this is it's a 40-day funding, so it's like a Kickstarter. They've already hit the target of 6,000 backers. It's $350, and it is a huge play set.
Wow.
And there's a side view of that right there.
Oh, that looks nice.
Yeah.
It's
gorgeous.
Obviously, it's going to be painted or something.
Oh, yeah. This is strictly just the preliminary model. It's digital rendered to give you an idea how things look and stuff like that. And, they're going to go all out. If you saw the HasLabs, what they did with the Jabba skiff a couple years ago, how it was a huge model, and they came out with that, and I forget how much that was on the HasLabs and that, or even I remember last year we were looking around their stuff at San Diego, and they did the Unicron. Remember the detail on the Unicron they had there?
Yeah, they do a phenomenal job on. Basically, HasLabs is for those high end products that they're going to be costly, but the hardcore collectors are going to love them. So it's almost like a Kickstarter in a way.
Yeah,
for Hasbro.
Yeah, if they hit the number, then it gets made, and then some things are just straight up pre-order. You're just buying it. But it's definitely November 9th of this year is when it ends. So you have until then, and it's unlimited numbers. They're not giving a minimum, but they do basically a stretch goal, and they've already unlocked number 1, which is the ship, and then number 2 is it unlocked for 10,000 backers. You get Baby Yoda, the child figure, in the hover pram. So with it too. So that's kind of the thing there. I'm looking going, something happens and I think I could afford $350 here in another month. I'd definitely love to have that because I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, as of right now, cool. I got my little tiny Micro Machine one that I bought.
Yeah. And I got one too because you got me. That was what was that? A birthday gift or Christmas gift? I forget which.
Christmas gift,
yeah.
But I'm like loving that thing. I was like, okay, this is pretty cool. And I like the HasLab stuff. I was looking through a bunch of their stuff, and they've got some pre-orders on the black figures on the Hasbro site and things like that. So a lot of cool stuff in that. And so in fact, I grabbed something else. Let me hold on a second for someone to grab this.
Oh, what is Brett getting? We'll have to wait and see. There we go.
And I'm back. Oh, hey, I'm wearing the shirt, by the way.
Oh, hey, look at that. Look at that beautiful shirt. That shirt's also going to be available as also going to be available as an add-on to our Wretched Realms Kickstarter, which we'll talk about a little bit later, which we are hoping will launch tonight. Kickstarter
approval.
They still have not finalized. I think it's because they have that beta. They're doing a beta test launch of add-ons in the campaign.
Okay.
And I applied for that. So I think that added to how long it took. So they're saying I'll have an answer by tomorrow. Hopefully. The last Kickstarter, it's like, we need like 8 days to approve, and they approved it in an hour. This one, I did it many days ago, and it's still in the approval stage. So we'll see. Either way, we will be on tonight at 7 p.m. We're either going to be launching it or previewing tomorrow's launch. One of the two.
But yeah, I had to run into GameStop. I was looking for something for my nephew as a cord for his PlayStation VR. I ended up having to order it online. But while I was there, I happened to look around and came across Zeb.
Ooh, very nice.
Ooh. And I need to see if we get the rest of the Rebels, because those are really cool. I love the detail on this. This is the new packaging too. So
this was my GameStop I got in the mail. I had pre-ordered the Jango Fett, and his helmet comes off.
Very cool.
So
I saw you had done that, and I actually was looking around for that when I saw Zeb, and that's the only one I saw of the Rebels they had there.
My only negative is the way they have this, because the helmet goes on and off. It's like stretched out sideways. It's not, to be proper, it should be like that.
Right.
So it's a little, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I need to put it in something to compress it for a little while. It's like slightly oblong. That's my only complaint. But otherwise, so I've got the father and son combo here.
Oh, yeah.
We could have, hey, bud. No. How with Scott?
See, that makes me think of Spaceballs walking in. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you while you're playing with your dolls.
Oh, exactly. So I'll show you up here. So we've got the little wall up here of Mandalorians. It's turning. There it is. So I've got Boba, Jango, the Mandalorian, the heavy weapons Mando, X-Wing, and actually that's Wedge Antilles in his X-Wing, and then 3PO.
Nice. Well, we were talking about HasLabs, and they've got a bunch of stuff on there, and they even got the 501st ARC Troopers.
Ooh, nice.
So, a lot of cool stuff on that, and different figures and things you can get, which is pretty cool. So, that's the neat thing about being a fan and a collector. This fun stuff is all the cool stuff we're seeing now, and what they're coming out with. This is some of they're doing a PulseCon exclusives. They even have the Wampa creature in that. So I was like, that's cool. And I do like this Cobra Commander. I thought he looked pretty cool. The Supreme Snake one.
Nice.
And that, so some neat stuff on that. So all the fun stuff. I like the packaging. That's what's pretty cool about some of this Hasbro stuff, is the packaging stuff. They're getting really intricate and not keeping it plain anymore, which is great. So, but yeah, so I did that last week, and I'm trying to think what else I got. I had that. See, I worked a lot this last week again, of course. So
yeah,
took a couple days off, and then I went back at it. So yeah, it's been it was fun. The weekend was nice with it hitting 80 degrees. Got to wear shorts probably for the last time this season. So, and then back to pants now.
Back to pants. Time to put pants on. Yeah, I hear you. So we got, like we were saying, with October, we got some cool streaming stuff coming up. I just shared a screen there. October 16th. I thought it was 15th. It says 16th on this. Discovery. Star Trek Discovery is coming on. So yeah. Excited to see that. They have a new trailer that came out, previewing a little bit of that. And this particular story here shows some screen grabs. So that's all pretty good there. So I'm excited for this. That's coming up October 16th.
Yeah, I was not excited during the first season. I've said that many times, but the second season reeled me in. I like the direction they went with the story. It made more sense, even with tying into the original Through Pike. And then now they've done, which everybody knows is a time jump, and to be in a different era entirely. I think show's gonna have a chance to really grow and shine and create its own stories that they don't have to try to skirt around the existing canon.
And evidently there's a cat now coming into Star Trek season 3 named Grudge. So, so that is a headline there. So who knows? Yeah. Is it going to be an alien and talk? I don't know. Will it be like Toonces the driving cat, where the cat takes over the captain's chair and runs him off a cliff? I don't know.
It's Tootsons, the Starfleet commander.
The cat is played by an 18-pound Maine Coon named Liu. So There we go. Oh, it's the latest cat to star in the 50-year-old franchise. Is that a running thing in Star Trek?
Well, didn't Data had a cat, didn't he?
Data did, right? Was there a cat in the original? I wonder if that's like one of those like little Easter eggs that just always pop up.
I don't remember one in the original.
Here we go. Original series. Isis, who appeared in the episode Assignment Earth when they go back in time. But that's a one episode.
Yeah, no, as a continuation thing, I think Data was the only one that had.
Oh, here we go. Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Chester the cat made appearances from 1993 to 1999.
Oh, okay.
First showing up with an owner named Chester before Miles O'Brien took over the cat's care. Okay. So interesting. I never noticed this. So there's a couple of even there was a cat in the animated series.
Okay.
But that is in one episode.
Oh, okay. Yeah, if it's not an ongoing, it doesn't count.
Here we go. Liu joins an ever more diverse cast of actors on the show. So now cats count as part of diversity, I guess.
Oh, right.
So there we go. How crazy is that?
Yeah. Well, another thing, speaking of shows, I'm happy to catch. There's a new Disney Plus movie just came out, and I'm going to share that screen real quick here. And there it is. It's the Secret Society of Second Born Royals. I ended up watching this last night. This is basically their way of doing an X-Men story without being X-Men. And creating a new franchise. I expect us to do a couple more movies on that. Watched it last night. Lisa, actually from T-24, had messaged me a while back saying that, so I'd seen that coming out, and I hadn't seen it coming out until she told me. Not bad. It was, it was a decent story. Kind of figured out the bad guy right away, but it makes sense. And then but they do have a nice twist in there. I won't give away. And then I like the way it ended, so they can continue on with more of these. The main girl there in the center, I guess she played Andy Mack on the Andy Mack series on Disney. I really didn't know anybody in the series per se. Some people look familiar in that. I've probably seen other stuff, but basically it was a better X-Men movie than the last couple X-Men movies.
Very good.
So it was definitely better than Dark Phoenix, definitely better than Apocalypse, and probably is because they end up and this is not a spoiler, is the Second Born Royals supposedly have some kind of gene that gives them powers, and then there's a secret society they do to help protect things and protect the royal kingdoms. And it's set in a kingdom that's on the western part of Europe. That's a very small, tiny island. Kind of think of if you knew the Princess Diaries movies, kind of like Genovia was a made-up country. This is a made-up country. Okay. And the place looks really clean, so it looks like definitely a made-up country. But it was fun. Definitely, a lot of kids and stuff like that. You can watch it and enjoy that. And you see, it's all the teenagers. And they deal with everybody's got their own personalities that kind of fits someone around. Whether they're wanted to be the internet famous one, or the outcast, the shy person, or just the kind of quiet mousy one. So you got a nice little group there. So
another one that just came out on Netflix that I'm hoping to see, I haven't watched it yet, is that Enola Holmes.
I watched that last week. That was fantastic.
Yeah, that looked very good. It stars Millie Bobby Brown.
Millie Bobby Brown. Yeah.
Who is 11 in Stranger Things. That's probably her biggest role. She was also in Godzilla. So yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, it was very good. It's not without some of its minor flaws, but realistically for what it was, I really enjoyed it. You got Henry Cavill playing Sherlock Holmes. He was fantastic in that. So I liked it. And then who was it? Blanking on her name. She played Bellatrix Lestrange. She's
Bonham Carter.
Helena Bonham Carter. Very good. I enjoyed it. I would definitely watch it again. It was a lot of fun. And then we've got it coming out. We have the Christmas Chronicles 2 coming out in November.
There is one show coming out this month on Netflix. I think it's a series. It's season 1. I've heard nothing about this, but just looking up what's coming out, it came up and it looks awesome. It's called Barbarians. Season 1. I haven't even heard of this. I not heard it. Here, let me share this. So here's a screenshot of it. Share screen. Here we go. That's the wrong screen.
Yeah, I got it wrong.
There it is. There it is. It's called Barbarians. It takes place in 9 AD.
Okay.
which it's the centers around the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest in 9 AD. It's a German action drama. So it's fights between the Germanic warriors and the Roman Empire. So I don't know, just that screenshot alone is grabbing my attention, and it's like this is Joe Exotic's original ancestor here. He's got the tiger hat going. But this looks really interesting to me. Now, like I said, it might suck. I don't know, but Netflix tends to put quality into what they do. So,
well, they are also buying a lot of stuff that was already produced and then slapping their name on it, which is fine. But they're also trying to get quality stuff they're getting up there. So,
yeah.
And it's just, I just pulled up. It's a 6-episode series. It looks like.
Yeah. So I'm really interested to see what this is.
Yeah, I think this was created for, it looks like, just flipping through some stuff real quick. It looks like it was created for Netflix Germany, and they're porting it over here, which they've been doing. There's a couple of the new superhero movies on that were all dubbed for American audiences. That looked interesting. I'm forgetting the names on them right now, but they've got a bunch of stuff that is definitely not created for the American audience initially, but they're bringing it over. They're adding dubs or doing subtitles, which I like that. I think that's pretty cool. They should do that. And it's nice to see different production companies from different parts of the world creating some, especially like period dramas and that. Because that's an era that we don't see.
Check out the Bardstone Publishing page to find their next big series.
Yeah, we got Crimson Shadows right here.
Yeah. What was the other big one coming out this month we were excited for in October? There was something else. It was Star Trek Discovery and forgetting. I thought there was something else we were waiting on for this month. Or was it Prime?
Might be maybe Prime. I'm trying to think. I get lost so much anymore because it feels like nothing's coming out, and now it's like, oh, here's stuff, here's that. Okay,
I know it's cool. Just like so much is coming out. It's hard to track all this now because, like, at least like with the movie guides or TV guide things, you could look what's coming up. But here we got Boys. Yeah, that's actually I'm still enjoying that a lot. It's interesting to see. Stormfront and Homelander are getting along well. Like, whoa.
Yeah. Definitely for those that have younger kids, do not let them watch The Boys.
Do not watch The Boys with them.
That is not a safe thing for that. So,
no.
But I just pulled up a list here of some stuff coming out. There's a bunch of movies and things like that.
I thought there was something we were waiting on, but
I know on ABC they put all the old reruns of Supermarket Sweep on either Netflix or Prime or something. They have a new run of that coming out. Dolly Parton's got a new movie coming on Netflix next month. I saw called Here I Am. I'm not sure what all that's about. Hubie Halloween Netflix. We're gonna see some of the different stuff like that. It's a Netflix film. Let's see what Hubie Halloween is about.
Wasn't there another Hocus Pocus coming out or something?
There's a book.
Oh, a book.
So, yeah.
Cool.
So, Hubie Halloween. That's right. That's the new Adam Sandler movie.
Hubie Halloween. Interesting. Yeah. Adam Sandler's been putting out some good stuff.
Well, he's had some hit or misses on the Netflix side for me on that. But he said a couple of things. I like the movie he did with Jennifer Aniston. And a couple other things, but it's hit or miss on a couple of those other ones in that. But he's been trying different stuff, which I appreciate because you get tired of seeing the same old.
Is WandaVision coming out in October?
I believe that's November.
They just did a new trailer for that. So
yes, and saw that last week and the thing is, I think the trailer is very minimal, so it's kind of
right now
to see exactly what happens.
It's an interesting time for the Marvel universe because they've really hit this dead spot, and they're kind of between phases. Black Widow kept getting delayed. I'm not having any interest on this WandaVision right now. It's just not grabbing me. We'll see when it comes out. I'm sure I'll like it, but right now, nothing about it is grabbing me.
No, and that's same with me.
Is it same for you?
I'll watch it when it drops, the first episode. The trailer didn't grab me per se, but it's like everything right now with Marvel is so pushed. I mean, they pushed Black Widow back to May. So it's going to be a while before we get to that. Yeah, they just announced that last week after we were done with the show. And so that's going to be, May will be the release of that. So it pushes all the Marvel stuff back too. And I think a part of it is they want, just like DC with Wonder Woman, they want people to see it in the theaters, and they're willing to let people wait. And then Kevin did pipe in, Supernatural finished the last season. They finished filming that. We should see that pop up in a few weeks here to run the last few episodes. I think they only got like 3 or 4 to show, maybe 5 tops, but that'll finish that up. And then, but yeah, definitely there's some other stuff out there coming out. Like I said, we're seeing Netflix, Prime, and all them are releasing series they bought from different places. Definitely they had movies in the works that are coming up. So
now, one thing, if you are living in Michigan, let me share this. October 9th, they're opening up the movie theaters again.
Yes.
So might be nice to remind people what's actually coming out, because we haven't been allowed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff coming out, but let's see. There's a Happy Halloween Scooby-Doo movie coming out.
That looks like it was originally a straight to video. Maybe they're just going to try to release it for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking there. Let's see. I'm just going to hit some Charles and for Chucky. Charles. Never thought of him as a Charles, but good enough. The Doorman. Okay. Yeah. Ruby Rose is in it. Oh, she bombed as, what's her name?
Batwoman. Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, Batman Death. Are they putting this in the theaters? This is saying theater releases.
Well, I know the American Pie is.
Okay.
Maybe they're mixed. I mean, it looks like it's a mix of home video and that.
Well, like
QB Halloween, that's gonna be released on Netflix.
Netflix. Okay, so this is also including Netflix. Well, we want theaters. Can we do theaters? How do we do just theaters? Curse you, movie phone. Movie phone. Like, people even know what movie phone is anymore. I'm so old. I actually called movie phone once. Remember, you have to sit through the whole list of times, and if you missed your time, you'd have to wait and listen to everything all again.
Back then we still had newspapers, so I just grabbed the newspaper and looked.
Oh, remember the big section in the newspaper to look up times?
Yep.
That's crazy. I'm trying to see, so October 9th is coming. I want to go to the movies. What can we even see? Is there anything?
Well, I think it's a lot of stuff that's already out. Although they released Empire Strikes Back in limited theaters last week, and it was the #1 movie, I guess.
Yeah.
Or it did like almost $1 million or something like that. So maybe it wasn't #1, but
yeah. I mean, nothing's popping out. I won't even be able to go, I don't think.
Yeah.
I'll just have to see what's playing, but I think it is going to be all old stuff.
They still have not rescheduled from the initial rescheduling of the new James Bond movie, so that may be getting released in November.
Yeah. Actually, I hope movies like Tenet are still out, because I do want to see that.
Tenet is out. New Mutants is still out. Infidel is another one that's out there. Unhinged. I'm looking at what is actually listing through just
the Imagine. Let's go to Imagine's website. Yeah. Let's see what they got. So
I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of just classic stuff again too for a while. So
yeah, I've got so many gift cards for the movies that I bought from buying popcorn. I got to start cashing those in. Do they even have? I don't even.
Well, they haven't put anything on there yet. On their Facebook pages, they are touting that they are coming back. They're getting everything ready. They fall in line. There's a theater safe thing that they had to follow, that they're all compliant for.
Let's see if MJR has any movies listed.
Yeah.
MJR. Let's see, my local MJR.
Well, opening October 9th is a movie called The War with Grandpa. And I don't know anything about that.
Let's see, select a date. I really want to go to the movies. Oops.
Yes.
Where did it go? Select a date. Oh, they only let me do it, so they're not even doing it. Yeah. So right now, nothing's listed.
I figure next Wednesday when we do the show, they should have the listings starting that Friday by then. And I think a lot of it is they're still trying to figure out what they're going to show, what they can show. I'm sure we're going to see like the current like Tenant, New Mutant, stuff like that.
I definitely want to see Tenant. I don't know if I'm going to bother with New Mutants.
You know what? I enjoyed it, and if you're looking for something, go see it. Kevin and I both enjoyed it. We saw it in Indiana. Okay. But here we go. Upcoming releases, and I got a whole list here, and it's a lot of stuff I've never heard of. I think it's there's like the Doorman. I think some of this is still a mix of different things because they're not giving like if it's theaters or what. It's just movie releases now because it's gotten so convoluted. So a lot of the stuff it looks like for any really big upcoming things is going to be in November. We'll see a couple new ones. The Croods, they've been advertising that they have a new Crude movie coming out that was already in the works. Free Guy is going to come out in December. The new Dune in December. Death on the Nile. Coming to America, the sequel is going to be in December right now. Wonder Woman's Christmas Day. I guess there's a new Mortal Kombat in January, and then of course they moved Peter Rabbit 2 to January. Might as well wait till Easter at this point.
Yeah, that's more of an Easter movie.
Yeah, so it'll come and go fast. March of next year is when Ghostbusters will finally come back out. That's one I wish they could bring out now because I really was excited about that one. So it's it's going to be interesting to see what there is. Yeah, and I think there's this Broken Hearts gallery. I looked at that for the drive-in theater. That didn't sound any good to me. So looks like they're re-releasing Hocus Pocus in the theaters, but Hocus Pocus 2 has been speculated. And then I saw where they said the originals would all Bette Midler and all them said they would come back for it. But then I'm starting to see them wanting, the them that speak too much groups of we have to change everything, wanting a new Hocus Pocus with new people. And I'm like, the sequel should have the originals. If you want to reboot it down the road, go for it. But the original holds up.
Right.
And I wouldn't want to see that. A change because it still holds up in my opinion. So Death of Me is another one. And then there's a lot of some foreign movies, things like that. They'll probably get a better release than they normally would. And that, but it's gonna be interesting. The amount of movies coming out is limited and changed, and I think we're gonna see a few newer releases that'll last a lot longer in the theaters because there's just nothing else out there. As well as a lot of the theaters I noticed around the country, they show classics and some older movies. They do some different series at different times. So it's like the one at Kevin's Town there. They were doing the Harry Potter series every week movie, which is that's pretty cool. I would have gone and seen that.
So this last week, I've discovered something new.
What's that?
I've shared the screen there. There is this video game called Among Us, and it is huge right now. So if you have any kids that are like under 20, they are probably on this game. So I'm on it now, checking it out, and you have to learn all the dialogue. You got to learn how to talk like them. Otherwise, you're called sus. You don't want to be sus. It's not good because sus means suspect. It's called Among Us. And it's interesting looking at this because this game has actually been around since 2015, but just since September 5th, look at this. Since 2015, their download usage has been going like this. The pandemic hit. Well, because of all these kids being home, you see a huge spike. Then it stopped being used, but then everyone learned about it, and it's just taken off. And they've gone from roughly 250,000 users to 800,000 or so installs per day.
Wow,
this is per day. So it's pretty interesting how this is just taken off here. I don't know if they have screenshots here, but our image at the front of the guy going shh, it's from that game. And basically what it is you are on these spaceships or whatever. There's a couple different boards. A room will have up to like 10 people in it, and you have what's called imposters, where 2 people are bad guys. Well, 1 or 2, up to 3 are designated bad guys. Everyone else are what's called crewmates. And you run around the ship. If you're a crewmate, you're trying to stay alive and you're trying to complete tasks to keep the ship going. If you are an imposter, you're trying to kill people and sabotage. And people, if someone sees you kill someone or they suspect you or sus you, they will call an emergency meeting and everyone chats to try to figure out who it is, and they boot people out. You get voted out. And if you find the imposters, you shoot them out into the void of space and kill them, and you guys win. These games are very fast paced and stuff, but it's funny, the dialogue. So, because, you know, if you're lying, and I might be wrong in what I'm saying, they'll say you're capping if you're lying. If you're suspicious, they'll say, you know, like, let's say I'm the orange guy. They'll be like, orange is sus. And there's like all this whole language that you got to learn. And if you don't speak it, they're like, they don't like it. They think you're suspicious because it's like, oh, you must be an old person in here. Get them out. So I learned of this through Jill's daughters who are playing this. So I went on there. So now I'm studying the game because I'm going to be good at it, and I'm going to be able to crush these 10-year-olds. Mm-hmm. But it's actually what's bad about this, though. I'm thinking about uninstalling it because you'll play. It's one of those games. They're short enough games that you quickly, and it's like, oh, I'll play one more. Oh, I'll play one more. Mm-hmm. Then you look at the clock, and an hour and a half went by. It's like, oh my God, well, how did I spend an hour and a half on this dumb game? So as far as if you are a parent and your kids are playing this, I really don't see anything wrong with it. A lot of times with these kind of games, the chat rooms can get kind of iffy, but this game is so fast paced. It doesn't really give people time to get into like any bad conversations. It seems to be purely game related. So it's pretty cool. You do get some language in there, but for the most part, you don't. I was actually expecting it to be a lot worse. So I was pleasantly surprised at it. Let's see if I pull it up here. So anyways, it's called Among Us. If you want a game that's going to completely waste your time. Let's see. I'm trying to pull it up here.
A game I'm thinking about getting that'll completely waste my time comes out Friday. And it's the new Squadrons from Star Wars. It's only $39.99. I was like, okay, that's not a bad price. I have my Xbox.
Price.
Yeah.
Which actually, I've been in some of the rooms online, and people have been expressing concern about this game because of the price point. They're like, why is it so low? Yeah. So they're worried it's not going to be as good as they were hoping, or maybe it's just extremely short gameplay.
I'm thinking it's going to be a shorter single player game, and they're pushing the online aspect of it more, where you'll be do a lot more stuff through that.
Which I hate. That's why I don't do games anymore. A lot of these, it's like I just want a game that's a standalone game that I can play and enjoy. Mm-hmm. You know, so it'll be curious. Hopefully, there's like just play alone type game scenarios you can do.
Yeah, it looks like there is from initially, and I've seen some games come out this price point. I think some of it too is, they probably feel like, okay, you know, they want a lower price to get more people that would buy that normally wouldn't. And it's probably guys like us, like, okay, guys in their 40s that love Star Wars, that want to play it, but they're like, I don't want to drop $60. Oh, $40 I might, you know.
Well, but even more, I would do 60 in a heartbeat if it's just a game I can play and enjoy. So many of these games are tied to these internet bases where if you don't play 20 hours a day, you're like, these 12-year-olds will just walk all over you because they're playing 24 hours a day and leveling up, and they're paying to get all these upgrades. You walk in, you got like a switchblade against a bazooka, and you're like, you last 2 seconds, and it's not fun. So
yeah, and that's there. I was talking with a friend last week about games, and he was a game he was playing on an Xbox. He goes, no, I don't do the online stuff. He goes, I like to download. He goes, the DLC stuff, download content is fine when it adds to the actual game and things like that. And he likes to sometimes get the skins and things like that because he likes to modify all his stuff to make it look pretty cool, so it's not all the same and generic. But I told him, I said, I just don't get into these games that are multiplayer open world. He goes, no, me neither. He goes, I like the open world aspect. I like role-playing games where I can go through stuff, but I don't want to have to rely on other people, or when you have to walk away for a while, then everything's changed so much you can't even get back into it, really. So,
right. Indeed.
Yeah, but I'm excited about that Star Wars. In fact, I thought it was coming out yesterday. I saw something in the ad. I was like, oh, I'm going to go take a look at it. But I was like, oh, it's Friday. I was like, okay, no big deal.
Well, I liked the trailer for Squadrons, and
Yes.
yeah, let me know how you like it. What's it for?
It's for Xbox, PlayStation, and I think let me check here real quick. I want to say PC might have it.
Yeah, cool.
I have the Xbox,
I have
and
the Xbox.
yeah, if you get an Xbox, you're good. So,
Okay. Yeah, my big thing is if I can play it standalone, I'll get it. If I have to do everything online, I don't want it.
Yeah. No. I think it's a standalone thing, but they also have just like all the multiplayer stuff. But it's a simulation game. There is actually, and the way it looks is like you have different ways to go. So I think if you go through it once, when you come back, you can go through again. At least everything I've read about it, it sounds like you have a couple different paths you can choose.
Awesome.
Things like that. So it's kind of why I'm like, I kind of want to get into it and just see what it is all about and stuff like that, a little bit more than just what they've teased at. And price doesn't scare me. I know some of the big gamers are all scared, stuff like that, but I'm thinking, you know what, they just want to get it out there because it's one of those games that probably isn't going to have a huge following. So, but I know like on PlayStation, they have the VR enhancements of virtual reality, so you can get the PlayStation goggles, things like that.
Actually, a game like Squadrons is exactly what would get me to buy an Oculus. You know, because we know from doing that Void how amazing the immersed experience is, and to be able to feel like you're in the cockpit, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. So
yeah, and that's what I played with my nephew. I bought it. His cable got chewed up by their dog, and so I finally found one online. That's what I was like GameStop for, and now he can get his. It's like the Oculus, but it's for the PlayStation.
Yeah,
and he put the glasses. I've tried it on with a couple of the stuff he has, and it's really cool. You're definitely immersed, and he uses it a lot of times. Not so much for the 3D immersive, because it's like its own TV screen, so he can just play the games and look at it without, even though it's up on the screen too. And it's like you're like right in front of you. So, but yeah, I think the Squadrons will be something that you would enjoy just based on what I'm seeing. Yeah. But if I get it, I'm probably not gonna be able to play it till sometime next week, anyways.
I love the original X-Men games and stuff. Those are so good.
I just got those. I saw something online through Steam. And I got the original X-Wing, TIE Fighter, and a couple other ones for like $10.
Sweet.
And I've only played them a little bit. I haven't had time to really get into them again. And got me a controller to hook up to my computer here so I can sit and play those and try them out. And I just got to get it configured better. So I just only fooled around a little bit. But it's kind of fun on that. So, hey, we're running close out of time. So we got to talk about the Kickstarter a little bit.
Yeah, go ahead, pull that up. This is just my proof. Still waiting. It's still in review. Like I said, usually these are approved much faster. So
Wretched Realms.
I'm thinking it's just because maybe I'm doing that beta testing with them. Okay. Hopefully I get approved for that because they'll make life a lot easier with the add-ons for you guys. If not, we'll do it the traditional way where the way add-ons work is you pick a reward. Let's say it's a $40 reward. Let's say it's $10 shipping, so that's $50. And you want a Crimson Shadow t-shirt, which is $25. You would overbid by $25. And then when the campaign is over and I send out the survey, you would specify what you wanted that $25 extra to be.
Right.
If their beta program works and they incorporate it, it sounds like they'll make it like a checkout option where you can actually select the item at the time. So I got to wait and see exactly how it looks though, because this is brand new.
Right. It sounds like a really cool thing with Kickstarter. And as we're launching more and more Bardstone titles, we want to be able to offer some really cool add-ons to everybody. So if you want to, you can almost pick and choose and create your own reward at that point, which is really cool.
Now, I have exciting breaking news regarding Wretched Realms. A couple things. Number one, our color flatter. If you don't know what a flatter does, they do the base layer of colors. It's all no shading, no highlights. It's just the single colors for all throughout. It's a time-consuming process and a very valuable process to the company as a whole to get things done fast. We have a wonderful flatter. She actually lives down in Brazil. Her name's Shara, and she did a phenomenal job, and she just finished uploading the final pages last night. So the color flats are 100% done. So I just have to do final inks and final colors on this. So I will be done before the campaign ends in 4 weeks from now. That's done. But the exciting news is we have brought on Sergio Cariello to the team. If you don't know who Sergio Cariello is, he's got an impressive resume. He's the creator / artist of the Action Bible. It's the #1 Bible comic in the world. It's published in over 60 languages, sells millions of copies per year. It's been #1 for many years now. It was published in 2010, and it's still going strong. So he's the creator and illustrator of that. He's also was the longtime illustrator for the Lone Ranger comic book series. So he's got a very strong. There's his website there. He's got a very strong Wild West artwork, which is what issue 1 of Wretched Realms is. Sergio's a great guy. I've known him for many years. He's contributed to some of my past Christian books that I've released. And he's just awesome. Kevin got to meet him last year, which was actually, he met him 2 years ago, but he didn't realize it was Sergio Cariello. He just knew him as a friend of mine. And then last year the light bulb clicked and he's like, wait a minute. You do the Lone Ranger, because it turns out Kevin's a huge fan of the Lone Ranger. So it was cool that I got to get Kevin to meet Sergio.
Yeah.
So what's really cool about this is Sergio is going to do a cover for us for Wretched Realms. He's going to do the finished inks on it, pencils and inks. And then Kevin is going to be doing the colors for that, for our unlimited edition cover. And then Sergio's pure inks we're going to do as a limited edition cover. So it's pretty exciting news. He's also worked on Batman. He's done Spider-Man. He's worked for Marvel, DC, Dynamite, a lot of different companies out there. He's a long time professional illustrator, does amazing work. So we are feel really blessed to have Sergio added to our Bardstone team for Wretched Realms #1.
Yep.
So he just came on board. So the artwork for that, I will reveal as it comes. It should be done before the campaign is done, so you know exactly what it looks like. But knowing Sergio's work, it will be awesome, whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the what Kevin has in his studio Oasis there that he got as a commission from him was just fantastic.
Yeah, he got a beautiful Lone Ranger commission from Sergio at San Diego Comic-Con last year. Sergio's he's an awesome artist, and he's an even more amazing individual. Very humble, very giving, very awesome guy. So I can't say enough awesome things about Sergio. Glad to be able to call him a friend, but really excited to say he's part of this project.
I think it's fantastic. I was real excited when you told me about that, and I think we got a lot of great things going on with the Bardstone. I hope everybody watching tunes in for the at least tonight. Even if we don't watch tonight, tune in, guys. We're going to really get into Wretched Realms a little bit and what's going on with Bardstone a little more.
And one last thing I want to just say. Let me pull this up really quick to share it. Mm-hmm. If you go share screen. Here we go. Share screen. We also want to announce Bardstone Publishing has an official presence on Drive-Thru Comics. I'm really excited to talk about that. Drive-Thru Comics is an amazing online comic book distribution website. Yep. Many different publishers are on there. Brett actually is who introduced me to this. If you go on there, if you didn't take part in any of our Kickstarters and you just wanted to buy the issue digitally and that was it, you can go right through Drive-Thru Comics and buy it right on there. It's a great format. We encourage you to go through our Kickstarter because then you get qualified for additional rewards that you won't get just buying it straight up like this. But this is drivetrucomics.com. Through is THRU. And if you just type in Crimson Shadows, it pops up. Click on that. It takes you to the individual page. You can even do a preview of the first few pages. It gives you a preview of what it looks like. If you buy it, you can download it. So it's really nice. It's high quality, great work. And, you can check it out. If you do buy... If you get it as a reward through our Kickstarter, the way it works is you still will need to create an account on Drive-Thru Comics. It's free, though. It's very easy to set up an account. Just a little bit of contact info is all they need. Just the bare basics to get your account going. And once you have it set up, when you get your reward, you get a link. You just click on it. You'll be able to download it, whatever you want. Very easy.
And it saves it in your account, so you can re-download it down in the future too when you want to read it. So you don't always have to keep it with you. But it's I've dealt with them over the years. I used to have all my books on there. I took it down for a while as I've been kind of getting stuff rebranded over the last several years and wasn't monitoring it and promoting it right. So I backed up. I'm going to probably get myself loaded back up again through my Boomtown Press. But then anything I do future with Bardstone will go on the Bardstone site.
Here's what else is cool. Let's say you just enjoy comics, but you don't want to buy any. They have a ton of free comics on here too. So if you create an account and you just set up your search, do search for $0 to $0. Actually, they have a free button. So you just hit free. Everything that is $0. Look at all these titles that come up. They got tons of free comics available on here.
And there's a lot of stuff you're not going to find anywhere else. It's a lot of independent stuff, but high quality stuff too. Just some great
Dead World's on there, which I did artwork for Dead World a while back there. On they had some different independent books and separate from the series, standalone books. So that's Caliber. So I've done stuff for that. So that's cool. But yeah, there's tons of stuff on here. Oz. So if you just like to casually read comics whenever you want, open up an account at Drive-Thru Comics and you can read just free stuff. There's tons.
And we'll have a link up on our website, Bardstone, for you guys.
Yes, I got to update all of them.
As well as Odd Musings. We should throw one on there too.
I thought we had that on there, no?
For Drive-Thru?
Oh, on Drive-Thru.
Yeah. We got to throw a Drive-Thru up on Odd Musings too.
Yes,
there too,
I agree. Yep.
In that. But so definitely check it out. But tune in tonight. Yes.
Hopefully we will be launching our Kickstarter, which is let me refresh. Maybe it miraculously got approved just now. Let's see.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well, Scott will try to message them and just see if something happens and we can maybe get it promoted tonight. But if not, we'll have it ready for you guys hopefully tomorrow. And then we'll see what we can do for you guys. But it's gonna be a great Kickstarter. It's gonna be a great program.
Yep.
You guys are going to really enjoy Wretched Realms.
I'm excited for it. So tune in.
Yep. So
thank you to Hasm. You guys did a video of unboxing Crimson Shadow. We've been starting to get feedback. I think my favorite review for Crimson Shadows #1 was fun and creepy. I think that perfectly nailed what I was searching for with Crimson Shadow. So fun and creepy was one of the awesome reviews. So thank you for that. But yeah, Sean showed pictures of receiving it. So everyone's getting it in their mailboxes. Mm-hmm. I have 3 rewards left. Brett is one of them, which is a sketch cover drawn by me. So last night I got the pencils and inks done. So today or tomorrow, I'm hoping to finish the grayscale markers. So when I see Brett this weekend, I'll be able to give him his.
I forgot all about it, but hey, cool.
I did not.
And the T-shirt, this is cool. And again, T-24 did a great T-shirt. I love it. It's comfortable.
Yep.
I think we'll be looking at that for future Kickstarters. I know we did Poe had one, so you guys will enjoy the T-shirt options hopefully and stuff like that. But definitely tune in tonight, 7:00, right here. Whether you're watching us on Odd Musings channel on Facebook, Bardstone on Facebook, or on our YouTube channel for Odd Musings, we're going to be at all 3 locations tonight. Hopefully, if Scott's got them all set up to do that. If not, we'll figure it all out. So we'll get everything shared. So hey, join us again next week, and we'll talk about some more fun stuff. Until then, we'll see you guys.